guys, Aglilic back again, this time to talk to you about Captain Eudora in Hearthstone's Battlegrounds. Now, she's a pretty controversial hero because nobody can seem to agree on whether or not you hero power on turn 1 or not. Now, it's pretty much universally agreed that if you get a token on one, you can definitely hero power. But what if you don't? Do you hero power? Do you not? I played a game where I decided to just go for it and hero power on one and see what happened, and I won that game. So, quick tips for you guys. The most important turns for Eudora, if you learn anything from this video, is turn 4, turn 8, and turn 12. And that's because those are the soonest you can use your hero power. So I'm going to talk to you about these strategies, when to hero power, how to get the most out of your hero power, and how to win with Eudora. So in this game, I made it a priority to tier up on turn 1, even if I didn't get a token, so I gave it a try. So just remember, it's important that you get to tier 3 by turn 4. That way you can get a 4-drop. That's the biggest tip I can give you for the early game, is hero power every single turn. Try to get to tier 3 by turn 4. That way you get a golden tier 3 minion, and your minion that you get from the golden is going to be a 4-drop. That's how you can set yourself up for the most success with Eudora. You're going to see on turn 2 here, I'm going to take a Swabby, and the reason why I take the deck Swabby is because I'm trying to reduce the cost of my hero power the cost of taverning up as much as possible, because I know I'm going to get behind in the game and take some damage. If you don't get these Swabbies, that's definitely okay. You don't have to be so aggressive with leveling that you get to tier 3 by turn 4. I just like to try to do that and make that my goal. Obviously, make the best choices you can so that way you can survive. In this game, I decided to take damage in the early game, especially because I kept seeing these Swabbies pop up, and here's another one. And this turn is important because I'm trying to figure out how I can buy a minion, tier up, and tavern up. Buy a minion, tavern up, and hero power. So here I buy the Swabby. That reduces the cost of taverning up. And then I have one more mana and able to hero power. So it all kind of worked out really nicely there with having that second Swabby. I'm already down 5 health, so I was starting to worry, and definitely was hoping that I would get a good minion for my first golden minion. I'm going to speed through a few of these plays so I can get you to the most important turn in the early game, which is turn 4. On this turn, I need to try to find a way to tavern up and hit hero power. So to do that, I'm going to have to sell a minion. So I sell a Swabby, I tier up to 3. This will give me a golden minion, but then my minion I get from my triple reward is going to be a 4-drop. And I kind of get like some of the worst options here, unfortunately. I mean, you're hoping to get something a lot better than that, but the best minion I can take here is Menagerie Magician, because at minimum, it will at least buff my dragon. But this way I should at least be set up to get the best turns possible after this, considering I'll be on Tavern 3 and get a full look at tier 3 minions before anybody else does. As you'll be able to see in this next turn, just having a minion from Tavern tier 4 is so significant in the early game that even though they have 3 more minions than I do, I'm still stronger than they are. And that's why I think it's really important to get to Tavern tier 3 by turn 4 and to get that tier 4 minion. Even though it wasn't a great minion, it was still strong enough to help me get through this early game. We're going to speed up these next few turns because I want you to know it's so important to get to Tavern tier 5 before turn 8. The reason why we want to get to Tavern tier 5 is so that way we can get a tier 6 minion as the triple minion from our golden minion that we get. So make sure that in the next 4 turns, you're using your hero power, and then try to make the strongest board decisions you can. It's less about synergy at this point in the game and more about how can you make the strongest board presence. So you're choosing minions sometimes just based on how they can make your board stronger. So you'll see me take buff minions a lot, or just to strengthen what I have, because we're really going to choose our gameplay based on whatever tier 6 minion we get. And here we go, turn 8, big turn. We definitely want to tier up on this turn if possible and hit that hero button. We get, again, a terrible golden minion, but it's not about this minion, it's about what it's gonna give us. I'm looking to see if there's a demon I can buff, and I can't. So we see that we get 3 good minions here, and I decide I want to go dragons because Calicos this early in the game is super strong. Calicos on turn 8 is about as good as you get, so I make choices to pivot to dragons here, and this ultimately is what won me the game, is getting to Tavern tier 5 quickly and tiering up, tripling up into a tier 6 minion early. After you get your tier 6 minion, you still need to play it safe. Just because you're getting a strong minion early in the game doesn't necessarily mean you're still going to win. I'm speeding through these turns, but you can see I keep the cannon around for quite a while because I just wasn't strong enough to drop it. So with Calicos, you need to acquire dragons, but yet you also need to acquire buff minions. So I took dragons when I could, but not at the sacrifice of not buffing what I had on the board. So if I could take a dragon, I did, basically, and then once I got to the point where I could just take the buff minions, that's what I did, and game was pretty much won from there. So there you have it. Tier up on turns 4, 8, and 12, and do your best to get to Tavern tier 3 by turn 4 and Tavern tier 5 by turn 8. And after that, you should be good. Good luck! Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're liking these videos. I'm trying to make them as short as possible to just give you guys what you need to learn from the hero. I don't want to have to make you watch through a whole long game. So these are just the quick tips. If you want to learn more, please follow me on my Twitch channel. Links are in the description, and I will see you on Twitch. Make sure to hit like and subscribe.